Milwaukee Internet Radio. All right, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and welcome to the Nubian Public Podcast Edition 2022. And yeah, that's just the title. You know, my guest keeps telling me, it's 2023. Durr! I know.
Just thought you should know that, brother.
See, you can't win. Black folk, man, love us, but y'all need to stop. Anyway, thank you for joining me. My name is Twan Adon, and you're on the Nubian Public Podcast 2022 segment number 31. And glad to have everybody here. So I have an in-house guest that will be joining me within 5 minutes here to discuss some politics that are going on here in Milwaukee, especially with the MPD and what they have going on. Now, the MPD is the Milwaukee Police Department, and there's mourning a death of one of their in the line of duty officers that was just killed. Believe it was yesterday. Sad, out of District 4. That's one of the north sides near districts, and it's a real sad thing to even talk about.
Yes, it is.
To even hear about. It's just sad. So I'd like you to just stay put and just stay locked in. We'll be right back. Milwaukee Internet Radio. And welcome back to Nubian Public Podcast 2022, the board edition. First of all, I'd like to thank all of my listeners, all of my subscribers across any platform that you have, be it Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc. Really appreciate all of your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. It could not be possible without you. So, let's move on to my guest. This is a long childhood. Well, I wouldn't say childhood. This is a very good friend of mine / family member that was actually found out many years ago that we were related. Started off knowing each other in high school and throughout high school, which was back in the 90s. Now, you know how long ago that was, y'all. This is 2023.
Deep in the 90s.
Do the math. So, this man is one of my best friends that you can ever ask for. So, he is Terrance Bowen, Big Bo, out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Big Bo, how you doing, man? Introduce yourself.
How you doing, everybody? This is Big Bo, right out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How's everybody doing tonight?
All right, man. So, we had talked about this, a few times off the air, and I think it's time that we get this on the air. Before we get to that, I do have to go ahead again with some breaking news. Well, it's actually late breaking. From yesterday, Milwaukee held a memorial, District 4 MPD held a memorial for a cop that was killed in the line of duty. It is kind of sad. I mean, not kind of, but it is sad. And
oh yeah, extremely sad.
Yeah, it is sad, man, because there are cops that get killed every day, no doubt. Don't get it twisted. But as you pointed out, they're not having this, man. These people are shooting back.
Yeah, exactly right. And these kids they're under the age of 20, and they're killing cops now.
Yeah, that's, you know what? Again, babies having babies. You know what I'm saying? It's, you have nobody to raise you, so you go free for all. Let me go ahead and jump into this story real quick, y'all. This is from Tuesday, February 7th. And, excuse me, courtesy of Fox 6 Milwaukee. .com. Fox 6 is one of our local stations here. I'm just going to start off from February 7th. This is Milwaukee police officer is dead after being shot. This is on the Milwaukee's near south side. Let me break down the demographics real quick. Milwaukee is just like any other city. We have our areas that are classified as good, that are classified as bad, that are classified as you're not wanting to go to. But it's all what you make it. If you grew up here, you would have no problems. Where this happened, on 14th in Cleveland, near National, is a South Side community that is predominantly Latino and white, most likely, predominantly Latino.
It's more Latino Mexican,
right?
And
one
of the Latino nation over there.
And exactly. So the North Side is where all the people of color. I don't like using the word or term black. I don't like using the term African American because I was born in the United States. Wasn't born in Africa.
Yeah, I was born in Wisconsin.
Hello. So I'm going to keep it, as they say, gender neutral. I'm going to keep it neutral with where I'm from and where I was born. So yeah, it's a Nubian part of the neighborhood. So, and then the east side of Milwaukee serves the Deer District. If you are familiar with Milwaukee and the Milwaukee Bucks, you have the Deer District, which Giannis oversees.
Pretty much.
Good brother.
These guys is killing them right now.
They are, but that's a whole nother segment. Anyway, let me continue. So, so a Milwaukee police officer is dead after being shot near 14th in Cleveland on the city's south side. And this was early Tuesday morning of February 7th. MPD had identified the officer as Peter Jerving. Our Milwaukee Police Chief Norman said around 1:15 a.m. on Tuesday, officers responded to the area near 14th and Cleveland. A person wanted in connection with a robbery that happened near Titonia and Good Hope, which is on Milwaukee's north side. That's sort of where our studios are. Not close, but we're over here on the north side. That was late Monday. There were gunshots in a robbery that was reported in the area, and Milwaukee police has identified a suspect known as Terrell Thompson. Chief Norman goes on to say that officers found Mr. Thompson, but he ran off. How y'all letting these people do that is beyond me.
Yeah, beyond me too. Right? How is you letting him run away? Right? I don't get that.
Exactly. It's beyond both of us.
That for real.
Okay. So they said that after the officers caught up with Mr. Thompson here, during a struggle, Norman also said Thompson shot and struck Jerving. Jerving then fired back, hitting Thompson. Now, they must have caught up with him over here on the north side because we don't know how it transitioned from the north side to... It's a lot of things that the police are leaving out here. City government, you gotta love them.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
They're definitely not telling the whole story.
At all.
They never tell the whole story.
Never. It's bull. It's bull. My podcast, I can say what I want, is bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right. But it was just an officer to suspect shootout. And they didn't say that Mr. Thompson got hit. Yes, they did. Both the officer and the suspect, Mr. Thompson and Officer Jerving, both were hit. Now, here's the sad part about this, that this young man and this officer, Jerving, and that's John Edward Robert Victor Iva Nora Google. That's the spelling of his name, Jerving. 37 years old, 4 years of service with the Milwaukee Police Department.
That means that he just got out of the academy not that long ago.
And probably just graduated from being a probie or a rookie to having some sort of a stripe put on his shirt. I mean, sad. And me having, former experience with law enforcement, private security functions, private police, which I still am doing now, is private police, is sad. It's crazy.
I mean, but the thing that really bothers me the most, I ain't mean to cut you off,
No, go ahead.
The main thing that bothers me the most is that the guy that did it is only 19.
Yes, a baby.
He's not even 21. You're not even old enough to drink yet, and you're shooting back at cops. Are you serious?
How dare you?
You pretty much just signed your life away.
Oh, signed. What did Stevie Wonder say? Signed, sealed, delivered.
All the way, like seriously. And to touch on this subject, like I got to get this off my chest. A lot of people are saying these cops are corrupt. These cops are this. These cops are that. Not all police officers are bad.
Thank you.
There are actually some good cops out there that are actually doing their job, getting on the grind, doing what they have to do to try to protect us.
Yes.
They're not all out to get us. Yes. And that's what a lot of people get this whole thing messed up. Like, no, not the police aren't out. All of them are not out to get us. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some dirty ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some corrupt ones out there. But not all of them are bad. This man was 37 years old. He probably just started a family.
No doubt.
You never know. But this 19-year-old kid just took his life.
Mm-hmm. For nothing.
For what?
For nothing. Another Grand Theft Auto admirer that wants to go out here and rob people and steal cars and think shit's funny. It's not. Sometimes in your life you have to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a productive, and this is my opinion, if you are not a productive member of society, you just need to be taken out. And that doesn't mean that, you need to be taken out back and one to the back of the head. No, just lock your ass up, throw away the key, forget you even existed, because you've lost all, what am I trying to say? You've lost all
You lost
aspects.
all your credentials.
Yeah,
you lost everything.
You lost your player points. If you even had any from the get-go, you lost it all. You no longer deserve to be a member of society, especially if you're not being a productive member of society.
Like guys like us, like me and you personally,
Mm-hmm.
we're productive in society.
Mm-hmm.
We're working, we're good, got good paying jobs. We both got families. We deserve to be a part of society.
That's right.
But not this gentleman.
No.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even call him a gentleman.
Dude, I just say not this gentleman just because of the fact that I don't want to say what I want to say.
Say what you want to say. It's not regulated.
Okay,
not
well,
this
then, you know
asshole.
what? This nigga did not deserve to be on the streets then. If you want me to say it, I'm gonna say it. I'm just being 100 with you. I mean,
no doubt.
This is what it is, man, dude. If you feel like you got to get up in the morning and you say, "Oh, well, guess what? I'm gonna go shoot a cop today." What?
Right. No doubt. I like that.
I had to get that off my chest. Like, dude, why? It's a lot of questions that I do not have answers to. Like, why would you want to get up and have the mentality, even the thought form, to go shoot a police officer?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, let me finish this up because you
go ahead.
You raise a good point. It's digging deeper into this idiot's background, and what I mean by idiot is Mr. Thompson.
Oh yeah, he's the biggest idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's dig a little deeper into this because it's telling us, and I'm reading this now from Fox6Milwaukee.com. If you guys want to go ahead and read it for yourself.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, please feel free. Fox6Milwaukee.com. Check this out. It says Thompson, 19, was pronounced dead at the scene. Fox News learned Thompson was in court Monday for a 2021 case and pled guilty to causing a hit and run. Right back to what we were just saying. You think shit's sweet because it's Grand Theft Auto. It's a video game.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you think your shit don't stink? It does.
Thank you. It's not a video game. This is reality. It also goes on to say the court records indicate Judge Christopher D. ordered Thompson to serve 120 days in the House of Correction, but stayed the sentence. For anyone who's been through the system, stayed means that it has been put aside, and either that person has been ordered to be placed on a bracelet, or they were ordered to go through probation.
Yeah, and CRPO and all of that stuff.
Right, and that's actually exactly what happened. He stayed the sentence in favor of 12 months of probation. See what I'm saying? It means Thompson only had to serve time if he violated the conditions of his probation. So if he violated it, he would have been placed on extended supervision after going in for a few months. What have you?
I'm telling you, he definitely violated his probation when he did that.
Definitely. He violated everything. Continuing on here and just wrapping this up, it says court records indicate that Judge Christopher also sentenced him to 120 days in the House of Corrections. And again, that goes to if he violated his probation. The Milwaukee area investigates this, and they're also known as the MAIT, the Milwaukee Area Investigative Team. They'll be investigating the shooting. We don't know who this is. This is something that the city government just made up, a committee to investigate something that they're going to end up throwing under the rug anyway. But as always with
bad boys too.
Hello. And with always with investigations, you cannot investigate your own officers. So what Milwaukee did was they got Brookfield, which is a suburb community in the city, in the county of Waukesha, which is just 30 miles west of us, 30 or so odd miles west of us, another county completely. And they're going to be investigating this for Milwaukee, another community that is predominantly white. Just my opinion.
I got an opinion about that one.
Yeah, oh my God. But yeah, it will be investigated, and the release is going to be coming soon as they go for a press release. As we had stated earlier, they had a memorial for this officer at District 4, and it was a procession, guided his body from the hospital to the medical examiner's office later Tuesday.
Yeah, that was right by my house.
Yeah, and they were all flying past here like bats out of hell. And the highways were shut down like the president was in town. The highways were shut down Tuesday. His body was transported from the medical examiner's office to a Brookfield funeral home. Now, this all happened quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
real quick.
Very quick. Now, here's the sad part. And this is a quote from somebody that also says, he was a loving friend, trusting colleague, and outstanding officer whose passion it was to serve since the age of 13. That was actually a quote from our Chief Norman. I'm not even going to continue this because the more I continue this, it gets mad. I just wanted to share this with you guys. And, feel free to, click on the link, shoot me a voicemail. It will be played on the air. And I will definitely try to get back in contact with you. Just leave your information in the voicemail that you send. Leave out your telephone number. Leave out personal information that can identify you in order for me to play it on the air. But please contact me and find a way to have me contact you, because I would love to hear your input on this as well. So,
my input on that whole ordeal is that, dude, you pretty much just signed your death warrant when you shot at a cop. And I'm pretty sure that all that officer was doing was just doing his job. like I said before, all cops are not bad.
Not at all.
They're not all bad. I respect MPD because they are the most, and I'm just going to leave it with this little quote. They are the most underpaid officers in police history.
Now, wait. I can agree to disagree because police history was not all that fun. Remember Blondie?
Yeah, I remember one.
Him and his partner used to take people in elevators and beat their ass before throwing them into the booking room.
I totally get that.
The bullpen.
I totally understand that. But the reason why I said that is because think about this. Now you got Brookfield Police Department, Browndale Police Department, Sheboygan, whatever you want to call all those outside county police departments. They get paid more money to write parking tickets and help people who have busted tires or stranded on the road. They get paid more money than an MPD officer who's out here actually fighting real crimes.
Right. Doing
real work.
Agreed.
And they get paid way less than they do.
Agreed.
And that's all I got about that one.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, folks, we can continue this all night. We can continue
Literally, we go all night about that one.
Exactly. And we can continue this all week, but I really did have to bring this in because, as my guest and brother just said, they, alongside of teachers, as far as being underpaid and misunderstood, MPD is the most misunderstood police department.
Way misunderstood.
To me and him in the Midwest, even though Milwaukee is one of the most segregated cities in the country.
This is true.
And you can look that up.
This is true.
No
disagreement on that subject.
Yeah.
But still, the facts is the facts. They are the most underpaid cops that I've seen.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Folks, we're going to be right back. Please keep it locked. Nubian Public Podcast 2022. And thank you. And that is what the show is. This is Tawana Down with my guest, Big Bo, out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we're just going to switch up gears. Man, tell me, what is wrong with your team, the Green Bay Slackers?
Okay, first of all, they're not the Green Bay Slackers, all right? I have been a Packers fan as long as I can remember.
I'm sure.
But right now, I want to go to Green Bay and just choke the life out of Aaron Rodgers.
Why?
I just do. Do you know why?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Just this man, dude, figure out if you're going to stay in Green Bay or if you're going to move on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I knew as soon as I got on this podcast he was gonna do that. So I seen that coming. But now, this is what's throwing me off about this whole situation. Like, you have the way the season started with Green Bay. It was just like, dude, y'all was losing badly.
Some fierce.
Super fierce.
Some fierce.
And like I said, this season just wasn't the season that I'm used to seeing. Yeah, they're gonna lose some games, but come on, man, 5 straight.
Exactly.
5 straight.
Come on.
Where? How?
Right.
Now, me personally, if Aaron wants to go, fucking let him go.
Is that how you feel?
I'd rather see Jordan Love try to do something.
Okay, well, he hasn't had a lot of play time.
True that. But you know what? Neither did Aaron Rodgers when Brett Favre was leading the Packers.
That's true.
And when he came when he stepped foot on that gridiron and he took over the Packers for the first time, what happened? He took them all the way to the Super Bowl.
He did,
and
which
won
is
it.
true.
And won it.
Yeah. But he had a lot to prove.
But who says that Jordan Love can't do it? Because he's been sitting there in Aaron's shadow for what? The whole season?
Yep.
Okay, who says that he can't do it?
Well, what do you think?
I think he can. Me personally, I think he can. Because Aaron is stuck on having his old teammates back him up. And he just doesn't have that no more. Look at what happened with Devontae. Devontae left, he went to the Raiders.
Okay.
Look what happened to Jordy. Jordy retired. And you know that between him and Aaron, they was Batman and Robin. Every time he threw the ball, he was going to catch it.
Did you... wait, okay. This is true. Let me ask you this, too. Did you hear what Woodson is doing?
No, I didn't hear. What happened?
Woodson, all right?
This is Rod Woodson we're talking about, right?
Of Green Bay. This is Woodson. Charles Woodson.
Oh, Charles Woodson.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Rod.
No, Charles. Now, he's talking about making a documentary called The Perfect 10, the Packers quarterback saga. Okay?
That would be nice.
That would. It would actually...
I would watch it.
It would actually be a little interesting. Tim Van Voren, another guy, one of the sports...
Yeah, he was a sportscaster.
Yeah, he's actually the sports director now.
Really?
Yes, from Fox 6. He did a brief little interview with Woodson. And I think everybody is anxious to hear what Woodson has in store for that. I know I am, even though
I am. I'm definitely.
I don't care about the Packers, but yeah. Well, anyway.
You're just mad because it's not about the Falcons, okay? You know what? We know your team. It's over for your team.
Charles Woodson,
no, it's
you're
not.
one of those guys.
Let's hear something. Let's hear a little
preview
of what
you're a lot of
Tim Van Voren had to say with Charles Woodson. If we can get this to even queue up here. Woodson had some good ideas with this documentary, and it actually would be kind of nice if...
that would be cool if he did.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, because now, what I'm thinking is that he's going to esquiesce or finesse
to see from afar.
A few years. Let's
think
listen
about them a certain way, and you get them up close, and you think, no, they're not quite what I thought.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, with this feed. We'll try to get this in later on down the line in the podcast. But they, Tim Van Voren and Charles Woodson had a lot of interesting points. I've actually seen this before, so I kind of know what they're going to say, but I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. Back to you, Big Bo.
Man,
if you had anything to tell Brett Favre, and I got like two things off the top of my head I'm going to say. Brett, if you do run across this podcast and you do listen, love you, brother. That's actually all I'm going to say for now. What's on your mind?
If I ran across Brett Favre, I don't know. I'd probably tell him, like, listen, I don't know what you did, but you probably need to take over as the quarterback coach or something like. Something.
He's already the team captain.
No, Aaron Rodgers is the team captain.
Okay, what were we just talking about?
You just said Brett Favre.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I'm just trying to see how sharp this man is. He caught it.
I'm very, very sharp. If it's anything about the Green Bay Packers, yeah, I'm listening. Trust me, I'm listening.
That was done purposely. So, so regarding Aaron Rodgers, what would you say?
Aaron, get your shit together.
Thank you.
Point blank. I mean, just
Point blank.
Get your shit together, man. Like, dude, you got the way that you handled the team when you first got there.
Mm-hmm.
You know that a lot of people had their doubts about you.
Yes.
But when you first stepped on that gridiron and you showed them that you can be that leader, you can be that strong rock that everybody can lean on, it seemed like you lost it. And you started losing it when your key players started leaving and retiring and, doing other things.
That's an excuse. Because if you're going to be the house, the power, the rock of the team, the backbone, don't matter who leaves and who comes in.
Exactly.
The point is out with the old.
And with the new.
Let the originals do what they got to do. Now it's up to you to recreate another original. The saga does not stop. It continues with each new player.
Exactly. Like I'll use one of the players as an example. Alan Lazard.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
The man has power, he has spunk, he has speed, and the boy can catch a ball.
Yes, he can.
But Aaron was so stuck on
stupid.
I wouldn't say stuck on stupid, but he was stuck on people that he was used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
He was really, to be honest with you, he was really stuck on Devontae.
Why Adams? Out of all people.
Because that's his go-to. Devontae and what's the guy that he brought back? Can't think of his name right now. Oh, what's his?
He'll get it.
I'll get it.
He'll come.
But he was stuck on his old receiver core, and that's what he was used. That's what he was used to throwing to. He's not used to throwing to people like Alan Lazard and it's a bunch of new faces. He's just not used to that.
Right.
But that's a problem. You got to get used to that. Like let's take Tom Brady for example.
Okay.
When he was on the Patriots, yeah, he had his receiver core. He had his people that he could throw to.
Mm-hmm.
But when he left the Patriots and he went to Tampa Bay, what did he do? He readjusted.
Right.
Oh, I got new people I can throw the ball to. I got new people I can make superstars out of. See, Aaron didn't have that same thought and mentality.
Mm-hmm.
He was so used to, I want to see the old. I want the old. I want the old. Like last year sometime, he was campaigning to bring back Geronimo Allison. That was one of his weapons.
Yeah.
Back in the days, that was one of his weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But Geronimo had got to that age where he was like, "Hey, man, I can't do it no more. Even if I tried to get open, these young cats will squash me."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing with Jordy Nelson. He knew what time it was when it was over. He knew when to hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He hung it up when he was the top receiver in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
The top receiver. Like nobody else was catching the ball more than he was. Nobody was having yards after catch like he was.
Let's delve into the playoffs, the Packers, the Super Bowl, the Packers. Why is it? And I have to say this, and I
want to know this one. I gotta hear this one.
Why is it that it's like a broken or broke down steam train with the Packers? Because, and we all know how steam engines work. You build up steam, drive the pistons to, you know. So why is it that the Packers start off in the season as a brand new steam engine, okay?
then they break down toward the middle.
Yeah,
in the middle they start. In the middle they start breaking down, and
right.
then at the end they completely break down.
Completely. It's like exactly it. They let their steam engine fill with steam. Their train is going full steam ahead on the track. That's how the Packers start off every freaking season. Strong.
As hell.
As hell. Every season.
I can't disagree with you, but I think I can answer that question. Because with any NFL team, you start off with a full head of steam, and then guess what happens? You get big headed.
Yes.
And you think that you think that you're invincible.
No doubt.
And that's what happens with the Packers every season when they have a full head of steam. They feel like they're invincible. Yeah, I'm talking about my own team.
Talk.
I'm talking
we
about
need somebody.
I'm talking about my team, but that's the problem with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you build a full head of steam, you're full steam ahead, and you
Milwaukee Internet Radio
kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
You kicking ass all season.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you have that week off or whatever, that bye week or whatever, oh, we're invincible.
Exactly.
We don't need to go to practice. For what? Yeah, right. Are you serious?
And that's Rodgers' problem. And my thing was...
That is Aaron's problem. That is his problem.
Yeah.
Right.
My thing is, you so freaking big-headed now, dude. It's like your shit don't stink, and your toilet is the only toilet that's immune from funkiness. Get out of that, man, because, look, you represent a team.
A whole team.
Team,
yes.
Not T-I. It's team. Get over yourself, homeboy.
You're right.
I mean, seriously, I love you to death because you proved yourself. And yes, you played through broken extremities, spring extremities.
Yes, the collarbone. You want to say it, go ahead and say it.
You know, yeah, well, he said it for me. You played through this stuff, man. All right? And much mad respect for you.
And you're right to add on to what you just said. Yeah, he's a tough bastard.
Yes, he
He's
still
a
is.
tough bastard.
But the thing is, stop crying.
True that.
Oh, I don't want to do this. Well, you know, I figure if I'm going to have to move on. If Green Bay makes it that decision that they don't want me, then, well, you know what? They wouldn't make that decision if they didn't want you, that you're now cut from. Did you hear the talks?
Yeah, I heard.
Now that they don't care if you leave. This thing got to that point where your own franchise don't care if you disappear. What the hell are you doing?
And then the crazy part about that, to add on to that, the Packers front office, they don't want him to leave. They want him to retire in Green Bay because he would be the first quarterback to ever finish his whole career in Green Bay.
Yes.
Because Brett Favre didn't even do it.
No, he left it to the Jets.
Bart Starr didn't do it.
No.
Oh, none of them did it. And that's crazy because I would love to see him retire in Green Bay. But if you're going to retire from Green Bay, I want you to retire on top.
On top, yes.
Bring us one more Lombardi Trophy, and you can lay down and retire and be the man.
Folks, stay tuned. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Nubian Public Podcast 2022 Milwaukee Internet Radio Edition with the 414 OGs, your truly T-Mac, better known as Twan Don, Big Bo.
Yo.
In the his nows, Terrance Bowen, y'all, for y'all that don't know. And when we had left off with the Packers conversation. 40 minutes into this segment, y'all, and we're going to call it after this because this show is almost over in 10 minutes. So let's continue.
To end that off, man, Aaron, get your shit together, man. Just get over it. Get your shit together. That's all I got for that.
And again, stop crying. Maybe you don't want to do that. I'm not going to go to practice. I love you, man.
Give me a break.
Thank you. Ditto. Ditto.
Yeah, right?
Get over it. Shit's crazy, dude. And again, makes me want to go here.
It's me.
That's how you sound.
Dude, you really just...
That's how he sounds.
You just go there.
Yes.
Why?
Dude, again.
It's me.
That's how he sounds. When he whines about everything the Packers franchise asks him to do. Dude, okay, we get it. You're the captain. Okay? You're the leader. You're supposed to be. Doesn't mean that you're entitled to it.
Yeah, right?
Okay?
I mean, you're the leader of the team, but you still have to answer to somebody.
Thank you.
Somebody has to answer to somebody. And in this case, you got to kind of answer to Mike LaFleur.
Thank you.
Or Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, you are part of the franchise. You are not the franchise. So if they ask you, if Mike asks you, what is his name? Is it Matt?
Matt LaFleur.
Okay, Matt, if you hear this, I'm sorry, brother. I actually met you. Cool dude. Think about where we were. Anyway, Matt.
He is cool as hell.
He is. If he asks you to do something, you have to do it. You can't. That's like you working a 9 to 5, right? And you're in a factory. You come to work and your boss say, I'm going to need you to operate this crane, for about 6 of your 8 hours today. And we need this work done. That's like you coming to work.
Like doing it.
Yeah. How you going to tell your boss what you is and ain't going to do? Where does that work?
Where do they do that at?
Thank you. Where does that work?
It doesn't. It just doesn't.
And speaking as a boss on my daytime job, I've had people that are no longer and will no longer be in my face because they told me what they weren't going to do. Okay, unemployment just added one more body to their list.
Yeah, right.
Point blank, that's it, that's all.
And unemployment is screwing people these days, so you better keep the job that you got. Okay. Come on. Wait. Uh-huh. Exactly.
So, again, keep that shit real, man. Don't even go there and talk about what you is and ain't gonna do, man.
Yeah, don't do that. And I want to express a little message to all the people that had jobs that recently quit their jobs because of stupid shit. Stop it.
Stop.
Stop it.
Gosh. Just,
why?
Why? Why?
I don't like this job because it ain't paying me shit. Nigga, you got a job.
Thank you.
Like I could go down the list, but it's this one young cat, 20 years old, got a baby on the way, and he was working at Pick and Save, but Pick and Save pays every week. Now apparently this motherfucker do not know how to. Excuse me, I didn't mean to use that word, but this dude apparently doesn't understand that. Instead of just 2 paychecks a month, you get 4 paychecks a month. Okay, so they're paying you $200-300 a week or whatever. Do the math.
Yeah.
That's $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That ain't enough money for me. Then what is enough?
But it's something. You know, and I can't, you know,
You got a
to
whole
be fair,
child on the way.
and that's exactly what you have to look at. But to be fair, okay, for people that, myself speaking, that are used to making above $20 an hour, okay, I've been there. And I'm not trying to sound all high and mighty. No,
Nobody's hiring, Mike.
right? Because tomorrow I can be in Taco Bell toasting tortillas, wherever fuck. Excuse me.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, I could be in McDonald's flipping burgers tomorrow. Who knows? So I'm not all high and mighty, but I've been there. I've made my sacrifice growing up, working. I done went from $9, y'all, to 26.
Dude, let me tell you something.
So
when I started working, and this is honest truth. I'm being truthful with everybody out here in podcast land. I started off making $8.50 an hour.
Yeah, I didn't even go back that far. Yeah,
$8.50 an hour.
Yeah,
and I was getting paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah, slave labor for $350 check every 2 weeks.
Come on, man. But then, like I said, that goes with what I'm saying now. Like the cost of living, yeah, it's went up, but so has the price of minimum wage. That's also have gone up as well. Because minimum wage used to be what, $7, $8 an hour.
Minimum wage started off at $6 and a quarter.
Yeah, like right in that range.
In that range,
And now it's up to what, 8, 9.
Minimum wage is like $7.75. So it's still not. I mean, they're getting away with robbery and slavery.
Yeah. How do you think Pick and Save got the name Pick and Slave?
Because while you in the back room or in the bathroom crying, picking the fucking boogers out, excuse my French, picking the boogers out of your nose, you trying to figure out a way to save.
Hey, it's a podcast. You can say whatever you want.
That's true, but I don't know what my target audience is. But as it comes, like you just asked that question, Pick and Slave, they started it off as working your ass to death.
Yes.
And not paying you jack.
But I can't. It's not all bad with Pick and Save now, because now
you better watch what you say.
Hey, don't do that. They've actually moved up a slight bit, because now they're paying a little bit more, and now instead of every 2 weeks, now they're paying every week. So like, not all of these little side jobs are bad now, because shit, nowadays here in Wisconsin, you can get a job at McDonald's and it pays you almost $15 an hour.
That is true, but that is just, it's a scale, because it's balancing itself out.
Right.
The higher you go on minimum wage, the higher the cost of living is. So therefore, it balances itself out. You're getting a paycheck just to pay it right back in bills. You're getting a paycheck just to pay it right back in the cost of living. You have to pay We Energies, which is the biggest crooks that ever existed.
But let me tell you about the biggest pimps in the game.
Hello.
Right now.
I'm trying to tell you.
The biggest pimps in the game is Verizon Wireless
and We Energies.
They the biggest pimps in the game. They pimping people.
Can't.
Let me tell you. Mess around and don't pay We Energies.
Oh, they can care nada.
Oh, you don't want to pay us? Guess what? You ain't gonna have no lights.
No. You're done. I just dropped these fools. It ain't nothing wrong with getting a little bit of public assistance, because I got the energy assistance now.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Don't get me wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong. I got help from energy assistance, okay?
Let me tell y'all something in podcast land. When y'all listening to us, we real brothers.
Yeah. Well, we gonna let you know.
We gonna tell you what it is.
I'm trying to told you.
Ain't nothing wrong. I don't care what nobody says, and everybody can say what they want to say. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of assistance because everybody needs it.
Everybody needs help. Let me take this time right now to throw this in here. Thinking about hosting your own podcast? Have nothing to do? Sitting here bored? Well, Anchor, sponsored by Spotify, will help you get your podcast up and moving. You can create your podcast. Anchor will help you even get monetary value for your podcast.
Hey man, hit
They
'em
will
up.
send it out, and they will give you all of the recognition that you need. That's Anchor. Download Anchor from any of your platforms, be it Google or be it Android platform or an iPhone platform. Anchor, powered by Spotify. They will love to help you get your podcast up and going. Milwaukee Internet Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, I have had fun this night with my special guest and might as well say co-host for this edition of the Milwaukee Internet Radio, Big Bo.
And I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all hearing what I had to say. I
Yes.
had to get that off my chest, man.
Yes. If you're listening, be it whatever platform that you're on, Google, Amazon, Anchor, please drop us a voicemail. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how we did. Or you can call our business line, 414-533-3033. That is text to talk and voicemail. Leave me,
Hit us up.
leave me whatever you think, whatever suggestions that you have on future podcasts. And please, give shouts out to Big Bo.
Yes, sir.
Let him know how he did as well tonight. This would be the best podcast that has been published in 2023 by far, because this man is very knowledgeable. You guys must keep listening. Please subscribe.
And I'm always have a new idea every time y'all hear from me.
Yes, please subscribe, y'all. We love it. We love you. Without you, this would not be possible. My name is Twan the Don.
I'm your boy, Big Bo.
Big Bo, better known as Twan Stewart and Terrance Bowen. Milwaukee's finest, Milwaukee's first, Milwaukee's very own. This has been a special edition of Nubian Public Podcast 2022 for Nubians by Nubians.
Peace out.
Nubian Public Podcast 2022.